Good evening, my name is Sue and I hate video games, and I always say that, but it's not the truth, which I hope is obvious in the way I talk during the stream itself. For fuck's sake. It's been a week, it's been a month, it's been a year. Cancer, cars breaking down, phone is now refusing, text messages incoming and outgoing. And I don't know what to do, but if there's one game that relaxes me, if there's one series that relaxes me, it is Dark Souls. It's kind of like a strange little dance, this series. Now you'll notice the title. I don't think of that as intentionally inflammatory, but it probably is. From Software, before Dark Souls, well, before Demon Souls, really, because Demon Souls was the first one that really caught on with a particular crowd. Before Demon Souls, From Software was mostly known for Armored Core and games that would go into the category Kusoge, which means you can't? I don't know what you can't. Hopefully you can hear me. Does my voice sound like shit? Hopefully not. I sound good? Alright. So anyway, From Software was primarily known for games in the category Kusoge, or what would be considered that to most people. Games like Kingsfield. Personally, these are games I absolutely loved. Love, even now. They're terrible. Objectively, they are terrible. And I do think that as they've gone along, their games have gotten objectively better. Mostly. Demon Souls is mechanically a much better game than Dark Souls. Demon Souls does not have weird delays on the controls and things like that, and I really like that about it. But Dark Souls is interesting because it's... I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna regret it later. Dark Souls is, in its own way, a great game. I can't believe that other games are not From Software, right? In any case, since our last stream, I have gone and re-upgraded armor, so we're good. I switched things out a little bit. We've got +3 on most of our stuff. I don't have +3 on my hat. Do I have enough Titanite to reinforce my hat? Why do I not have sound? Okay, I have sound. It was just very quiet. I do have enough Titanite to upgrade the hood, so we might as well. Alright, now that's at +3. After that, you need large shards, so we're gonna try fighting the Capra Demon again. Currently, my loadout is this sword, just in case we decide we need it. The Capra Demon is one of the worst things, because it's later on used as a normal enemy, and it's a very easy enemy, a very simple enemy. And they realized that. And the problem is that they realized that. So instead of just having you fight the Capra Demon, and instead of reworking the Capra Demon to be a better fight, they just put him in a really tiny room that he fills about a quarter of, and then put dogs who are extremely difficult to fuck with just right next to him, and they instantly attack you upon entering the room. I like that that's a consistent pathing fuck up. When he jumps off the side there, he'll turn towards the other guy because he can't figure out what direction he's supposed to go to get towards you. That's one of my favorite obvious AI fuck-ups. Oh no. 1 second. We're playing in offline mode because all that happens online mostly is people troll or cheat, and I don't have any desire to encounter either of those. And some people troll and cheat. Alright, here we are. Now we're in offline mode. I saw that blood stain and I was like, no, we're not doing that. Oh, fuck. This game has weird controls, y'all. People don't think of this game as having weird controls anymore, but this game has really weird controls. And playing a game in this series will actively make you worse at other games. At least temporarily. So yeah, as we saw last stream, Taurus Demon did not want to fuck with me whatsoever. So he just jumped off the bridge and didn't let me fight him. So now we're gonna fight his pal Capra Demon. You get the feeling that there was supposed to be 12 of these demons. One for each of the Greek zodiac signs. But instead there's just Taurus and Capra, and I find that almost mysterious. So I want to talk about Kingsfield a little bit. Kingsfield and I think Nightmare Tower was the in-between. They're basically this, except in first person. Sutang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm so happy. Tauros wanted to swim. I don't... It's a long way to the bottom. Dark Souls 2 was a long time ago. Oh, that surface tension's gonna get him. Ugh. And I do want to stress, for a lot of people who have trouble with this game, these games are very, very trial and error based, and you will hear people who have played them a lot tell you that they are not. That you always have control of what's going on. That's very easy to say when you've played it a million times. When you already know what to do, it's very easy to say there's no trial and error involved. It's simply not true, though. Ah. There we go. Surface tension doesn't exist. That's true. Water always saves your fall. Just the other day, someone told me Battletoads was easy. Battletoads is easy if you have the entire thing memorized. After you memorize it, exactly. And that's just like this. Although right now, I was having some trouble with Capra Demon the other day. Which, I'm gonna be honest, that's the first time that's happened. Which is wild. So here we go. This is the Capra Demon fight. Ugh, fuck. Okay. Well, that did not go as planned. Basically, you need to get rid of the two dogs. Basically, you need to get rid of the two dogs because they will just demolish you. And the problem is, their attack patterns are randomized, as is the Capra Demon's. So it's very difficult to pay attention to all of them at once. Fighting any one of them is no problem. Even fighting two dogs isn't too bad, but you add the Capra Demon into the mix. Or vice versa. and you will run into trouble. So I'm actually finding myself curious why, when I've never had trouble with this fight before, I'm having trouble now. And I feel that this one's on me, that I'm doing something wrong that I've never done before. So we're gonna try and figure out what that is, if that's okay with everyone. I'm gonna try using the dragon sword to take out the dogs first, and then switch back to my preferred zweihander. Capricorn's a goat. Sagittarius is the archer. It's also interesting that this character, like, I guess having the dogs there is pretty practical. That's what Capricorns are supposed to be known for, is practicality. So I guess having the dogs there to make sure that your opponent can't fight you, that's pretty practical. So I think they got the characterization spot on. I love it when backstab actually works. Oh, fuck. No, only my stabs can work. We got another dog that's only a 33 1/3 chance. Oh no. That, Scotch Terrier Steiner. Let's chug a lug. Let's chug jug with this dog. With this foam rubber dog prop. All right, let's try taking them out with the Drake sword. All right, that hurts. Oh right, I remember that. Well. Ow. Ah! In this tiny little room. See, I was on the right track there. I actually had that going, but then I fell. And no, I don't give a shit about my bloodstain. Part of the problem is that they're not using the Steve Harvey shield and the pizza armor. I have no idea what that means. Oh wait, that's a Monster Factory thing. Took me a sec. So basically, you need to go around to the right side of him, because if you go to the left, he will take a swing at you. Another interesting thing that I've heard about this game, that I've heard fans of this game say, is that the game is always consistent. And like, I think I have a different definition of consistent. It certainly always does what the code tells it to do, because that's how code works. Maybe you could try their speedrun strat. I don't remember every McElroy. I don't remember every McElroy. I didn't even know who the McElroys were until we met Christy. We're not technically their target audience as much as I enjoy their comedy. Oh, you heard me. Got good ears. But yeah, I mean, you saw all the shit that happened in the first stream. Stuff like enemies having a lot of trouble figuring out how stairs work. I haven't fallen through the floor yet, which is new to this version, not falling through the floor. It's a new feature. Before Dark Souls Remastered, I fell through the floor just a couple times a playthrough. I have any... I guess I could try the fire bombs. There we go. Now the dogs are taken care of. Why did I roll to the right? Or left when I meant to roll right? This camera. I'll never forgive it. Come on. Whoops. So as you can see, without the dogs, it's an extraordinarily easy fight. And again, I do have to point out that when I say something is easy, I do mean for me specifically. I used to know how to take out the dogs pretty much automatically. Now I'm trying to figure out how to sign back into my Firefox because I reset my phone. Incorrect password. I just want to sync. I just want to sync to my account. Come on, give me a chance here. Is that it? No. Ugh. Well, I guess we're not doing it that way. Can I just hit forgot password? Would that work? Ah, found it. I don't know why that wasn't already saved. Check your email for the code. Oh, great. Well, at least it's not asking me to check my text messages. That's a cool code, but I'm not supposed to say it out loud. In any case, I've ordered a new SIM card in hopes that that'll fix the problem. I doubt it will. So what do y'all think of Capra Demon? Cool design, right? You might not think so later in the game when we fight about 30 of them in a row, but honestly, the first time you see him, he's pretty impressive. Alright, so we did... I guess we can either do the Depths or Darkroot Garden next. This the one I was looking at before? Yeah, here we go. Could even start on some fire. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they've got some incredibly talented artists. The writing is amazing. The voice acting is incredible. Very stylized. It's all very stylized. Dark Souls 3 is probably the most... goes hardest on the stylization. So what do y'all think? Should we go to Darkroot Garden first? Or should we go to, the Depths? We can get some good stuff from both places. Oh shit, there's people attacking me. God damn it. Now I gotta go back for that bloodstain, because that's 8 grand souls. That's annoying. Gotta turn off the thing that tells me over and over again that I got email. Because honestly, I don't need a notification when I get an email. Oh hey, the princess is here now. So we can talk to them and find out what their deal is. Also, punch Havel. Do we have... I can't enter through Havel's entrance, and I actually don't remember where the key is. Alright, alright. I'll fight you. I just wanted to re-equip my bow instead of the Drake sword because I'm never gonna need it again. Darkroot Garden is an optional area, technically, while the Depths are story required. The Depths lead us to Blighttown, among other places. A lot of people hate Blighttown the most, and I can understand why. That's the place where you're going to fall through the floor. That's the place where even if you don't fall through the floor, you're going to fall off the side. But I actually prefer the swamp beneath Blighttown. as far as terrible areas go. Dark Souls 3 also has a similar swamp that I hate just as much. Which one is Oolacile? The name is not ringing a bell for me. Is that the one who leads you to the DLC? Behind the Hydra? The Hydra is a fight that looks way harder than it is. There's actually several safe spots that you can just stand in and it can't hurt you. Mind you, I do not immediately remember where they are, so it'll take some experimentation. She does other stuff before that, alright. Yeah, you can't backflip out of that. It's not gonna work. So right now I'm just grabbing this stuff, and then we're gonna go see, Okay. Have I ever mentioned fuck this game? As the only Dark Souls fan, I can say that. Oh, I hate it when shit like that happens. Alright, there's my bloodstain. This time I'm ready for the ambushers, though. Hi there. I see you. And you. Oh, rude. Alright, you're getting ready to parry. I see that. You're not, though. By the way, when an enemy is in parry pose, they will always parry. So it's different from how player parries work. Which is good, because it tells you when you're going to get parried and when you're not. If it just came at you by surprise, it would be way more frustrating. It's not called Oolacile, she's from Oolacile, but it's that girl, yes. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to go through Darkroot to get there. Because I do not have the key to the bottom of the tower where Havel is, I don't think. Anyone remember which key that is? Got the dungeon cell key. I already used that. Undead Asylum floor 2 east key. Got that. Big Pilgrim's key. Which looks like one of the village keys from Resident Evil 4, like, suspiciously. Residence key, mystery key, basement key, key to the... Is the basement key the one that opens Havel's area? Because if so, we actually do have it. No, the basement key is the one that opens the door on the bridge. Also, while we're here, I'm just gonna buy some more poison arrows. Right, they're in this window. Because poison arrows are the best item in the game. And they do, in fact, allow you to simply bypass one of the worst areas in the game. So that's what I wanted those souls for. Alright, I guess we're gonna take the long way around. You respawn? Don't do that. I don't like it when you respawn. You know as well as I do that there was no bonfire up there. Let's go see our smith friend, Andrew. Oh, I should actually repair my weapons and such first. Don't worry, we'll get heavier armor as we go. Fuck.
Lost it, haven't you? Then I have no
Sorry, buddy. Oh, well, I guess this guy's going to die now. I'm glad he doesn't matter to the plot. Damn, I only hit you once, bud. I'm sure Logan won't mind, right? I'm not sure if you can revive him, though. Also, I don't remember how much the priest costs. I remember it's a lot. So that's the first time I've ever killed him. On the bright side, that's the best description I've ever heard for a ring. So now theoretically I can just walk up behind and kill people, right? Like at full running speed? This is now a stealth game. Yeah, I totally did that on purpose because I wanted that ring. My brain is not functioning at full capacity. So Griggs is dead. It's okay, in some other timeline I'm sure he survived. It's the keystone to my whole run, exactly. My feet. It has nothing to do with the silence, by the way. It's that my feet have to be glowing blue for this tech to work. Logan's not gonna care. Logan doesn't care about literally anything. Oh, that's true. Logan's a dick. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna be extra sneaky now. As I try and figure out which way I'm going. Here we are. Ow, rude. Ow, rude. I like the roll stab. That's something that doesn't work quite as well in any of the other games in the series. It's really devastating if you pull it off correctly. Alright, so now we climb up here. Oh, there's some areas where you can be stealthy, don't worry about it. Not a ton, but there are some places where you can be stealthy. I keep forgetting that she respawns, which I swear to God I don't remember her respawning before. That's one of the biggest problems I actually have with Sekiro. Is it's a game that's ostensibly based around stealth, but so much of the time they put enemies in positions where it's impossible to sneak around them. Oh no, there's only one living dragon. She's a drake. And yes, there is a difference. We got both kinds of flying reptiles, drakes and dragons. And yes, there is a difference. Oh, hi. Are you really... Is this what we're doing? Alright. Now, as any true fan of Dark Souls knows, to hit your target, you aim to their left. Ow, rude. Look at all those arrows. You guys got good aim. So what you're saying is that the bridge drake is a Gyarados. Came up a little high. Ah, a little too far to the right. Shot a little too close to him. Well, yeah, but the Drake isn't dragon type either, is what I'm saying. Excited for a potential first playthrough of Dark Souls 2 for dragon reasons. That's true, you do get to meet some really good dragons in Dark Souls 2. Seeing as in that one, they're not all fucking dead yet. The only living dragon in this game is a real piece of shit. So I just thought I'd kill them both with poison just for the hell of it. What you saw will come back into play later on. Oh, there's the third one. I knew there was supposed to be 3 here. Ah, rude. Ah, rude. Fine. We'll do it your way. Oh, look, he's getting ready to parry. Yeah, parry me. Parry me, senpai. So when I get to the point I'm talking about, I don't normally use the poison arrows to get rid of them, because I have practiced many times the art of running like a chicken with my head cut off. But using the poison arrows is definitely the best way to do it. Oh, look at that. See? That was stealthy. Even if the other one somehow heard me. So yeah, this ring works. I'm so glad I murdered Briggs in cold blood. And now forever my feet shall glow. Griggs. Griggs. Darkroot Basin has a few good treasures in it. I'm actually looking at this walkthrough here, and I think it leaves out Darkroot Basin entirely. Oh no, just... Oh, it's way down here. Wow, that'd be... You would be way over-leveled for Darkroot Forest by the point that this has you going there.
Well, hello. You seem to be doing all... Need anything?
Right, I don't have... Oh, I can get the Divine Ember here. Watchtower Basement Key, okay. The Watchtower Basement Key is what we need to quote-unquote free Havel. Now, Havel is an important character, theoretically, but he doesn't really get his due in this game. Jesus, I picked up a lot of fucking shit while I was grinding for Titanite shards. Holy crap. I should just throw it out. You wind up with a lot of garbage in your inventory in this game. Oh hey, I forgot you can reinforce shields. It doesn't do a lot. Oh, it does increase stability, so that's not too bad. That's actually handy. There we go, now we got +4 spider shield. No, you don't have to use keys individually, thankfully. Crest of Artorias, that costs 20k. We can come back for that later.
Don't get yourself... Neither of us want to...
So we already killed the Titanite demon earlier. So we don't have to do that to get into the forest. It's one of them tree guys. Alright, it only takes one hit to kill them. That's how strong we are. Can also get lots of purple moss here, which is very nice. Purple moss cures poison. And while these enemies are kind of fun and cute... Alright, this leads to the basin and the watchtower, right? Which means I need to go through here to get the actual Watchtower Key. Oh shit, hi. Cut that out. What do you think this is? Some kind of forest? Titanite demon where you got Titanite, or why you needed Titanite? No, Titanite is neither, actually. Titanite is what you use to raise your weapons, and I guess the demon was made out of Titanite. It's a busted-ass old statue that they reuse a few times. In ways that are a little problematic with the mechanics of the game. Got some moss clumps. The Moonlight Butterfly is probably the most important thing in this area. Mostly because it's very pretty. This is what you use the Crest of Artorias to get through. Wait, can I not go into the forest at all without it? Huh. No, wait, here we go. Here's the way into the forest. Very clever. No. Fucking... Ugh. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. I think I don't see you. Not gonna put up with that shit. And all that for a soul item. That could lead to a really nasty ambush. Alright, now we're in the basin proper. So here's some wiggly trees. Not sure why, honestly. I guess they just kind of hide paths? Kind of? We should look around this first room first, in any case. Alright, these are those fucking statue guys. I don't remember how to fight these guys. Oh, but they got full iframes while they're standing up. They don't have a lot of HP, as you can see. But they do have a lot of defense to almost make up for it. Now, what becomes a problem is if you end up fighting 2 or 3 of them at once. So you should do your best to watch where you're walking. Their iframes end as soon as you can lock onto them. I can imagine them being a little more challenging if you're using a low damage weapon. But mostly it's just like everything else, circle counterclockwise, and they can't really hurt you. This is where the Moonlight Butterfly fight starts, I think. Magic does work well against certain high defense monsters, but I do believe that those guys in particular have high magic resistance as well. So this is the Moonlight Butterfly. This is a really cool fight. But it is a lot of waiting. Ow, rude. I think it's immune to poison. I may be wrong. Come on, there we go. So it's more than half dead now. A lot of enemies, or a lot of bosses specifically in Dark Souls 1 and 2, have fairly little in the way of HP, to the point that they overcorrect in Dark Souls 3. I should have put on a magic shield. I'm still very much using a physical shield. There we go. No more. Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Some humanity. I can imagine two of them would be kind of a pain in the ass. But just one of them isn't too big of a deal. Spiral staircase. And there we go. The Watchtower Basement Key. And the Divine Ember. And a Homeward Bone. That's what we're here for. The bone, mostly. Divine Ember allows us to upgrade a weapon into a holy type, I believe. I think it's single purpose. I think it's just holy. Was it Remnant where they have a Moonlight Butterfly analog and then you have to fight 2 of them underground, or is that something else? They do have 2 Moonlight Butterfly type characters that you have to fight at the same time, yes. Remnant, Remnant's kind of a cool game in its own way. It did take a lot of the bad design cues from this game and give up on a lot of the good ones, but it also did its own thing a lot of the time. Oh, hi. There's a lizard there. Sorry, it's a double-headed snake, apparently. Oh, look at it wobble. Look at it wobble. That tree is completely out of place from everything around it. Surprised Moonlight Butterfly heard us coming over its own singing, but maybe it echolocates. So the singing, interestingly enough, is not the butterfly itself. The singing is explained in Dark Souls 2, and we'll get to that. Oh, hi. It does have to do with a character we'll meet later, named Gravelord Nito. Sorry, a character we're going to murder the shit out of later on, named Gravelord Nito. Hey, you think Gravelord Nito is bad? There's a wolf with a sword in its mouth who is amazing, by the way, named Sif. Which is just... Oh, shit. Remember how I was saying that we should be careful not to end up fighting a bunch of the statue guys at once? That's what I get for talking to y'all, right? I'm the worst streamer. Ow, ow. Ow, ow. So this dog, Sif, this wolf, Sif, because they are a wolf with a sword, and I love them. The name Sif is just dog if your hands on your keyboard are moved 1 key to the right. Well, this sucks. I guess we're just gonna get the fuck out of here. Hey, remember that bone we just got? Ah, fuck you. Let me use my bone. We've actually almost got enough souls to get the Seal of Artorias, too. Well, after Griggs, I can't blame you for that thought, Bad Road. But that's totally on me. So let's take a look at what I'm going to need to upgrade in order to wear actual knight's armor. See, we've got the Balder set. We've got lots of the Balder set. It weighs 10.9, good lord. The Elite Knight armor is only slightly heavier, and also slightly stronger. See, the fun thing about this game's stats is they weren't thought out terribly well. Oh, hey, look, I'm the guy from the cover. And because they weren't thought out very well, endurance, which increases my stamina, also increases my maximum equipment load very rapidly. So it's... Let's see how far I have to go to get to plus 50%, because that's what I need. I need to be at below 50% load. I'm currently at 40.3 out of 65, and I'm going to need to kill Havel. I'm going to need to kill Havel in order to get Havel's ring. Does Havel carry Havel's ring? Havel has Havel's ring, right? That just makes sense. See if we can shed a few pounds here. Is this at 37? Switch down to black leather gloves. This at 35. Only 1,000. I could create a unique weapon. Moonlight Butterfly just creates the Moonlight Butterfly Greatsword, maybe? Wiki says Havel has his own ring. Excellent. So we're gonna go beat up Havel, because Havel's ring is the other super important. And I don't need anything that the soul of the Moonlight Butterfly can give me, so we're gonna use that to acquire souls real quick. Only 1,200? That's lame. Hoping it was a bit more than that. Alright, Elite Knight leggings. Switch back to the Brigand trousers. And now we can roll again. Let's see about upgrading the Elite Knight armor.
I've seen one of those. Might you consider I could produce divine weapons with...
Sure, take the Divine Ember.
Made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
So now we reinforce... Oh, right, I actually need to buy the Titanite first. I need one more.
Don't get yourself neither.
Yeah, I know. Neither of us wants to see me die. It's just gonna happen a few times. That's kind of par for the course. It's gonna be okay. I'll come back stronger. Alright, so now we're probably good to fight Havel. So there's a couple of ways to get to Havel. The quickest from here is probably going past the Hydra, since fast travel hasn't been invented yet. And I believe we can reach the Hydra by going down the hill that we avoided earlier in here. Now, an interesting thing to note is that in this game, and in Dark Souls 3, Havel's armor is made of stone, or appears to be. However, in Dark Souls 2, it is very clearly metal. And you even see other people wearing similar armor. Boom! That's the first Titanite lizard we've seen. Havel and Seath are not fans of each other. There's the regular leather set, along with the longbow. I guess that guy doesn't need it anymore, huh? Ow. Falling damage. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure I'm going the right way here. I'll know if I start getting blasted. Oh, yep, I'm going the right way. They could have been baby Hydras. That's absolutely a possibility. Alright, now we're gonna fight Havel, who, it's pretty strong. Oh, fuck. Shit. And then I realized that I had Homeward Bones equipped. Let's try throwing some fire at him. I wonder what that'll do. Not a lot, is the answer. You ever see a character in a game just in the middle of nowhere who is clearly supposed to matter more than they do? That's Havel. Havel the Rock Johnson. Well, he hit me once. I'm very proud of him. As I say, just... if you're having trouble with the fight, just step out of range. Alright, Havel's Ring. So now... our maximum equipment load is 97.5. Oh, that's not a stone club. That's the tooth of the dragon. All right. Let's put on the rest of the Elite Knight set. We can worry about upgrading it shortly. But I believe now we are below 50%. Yes. So now we're a heavy that can dodge roll. If I have the east-west shield... I do have a couple of different metal shields. This one's got high stability, but it weighs a little more. Metal shields tend to have 100% physical resist. This one has very low magic resist. The spider shield's good for fire. The spider shield is good for fire. What does the Hydra's water attack count as? Probably magic, maybe physical. Oh yeah, the dragon, the last dragon, what's it called? The ancient dragon that you meet in Dark Souls 2 is fucking massive and is a small dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. Crystal golems. We'll be seeing more of them later. Ow, too. So that's what the Hydra does. No one likes that Hydra. Don't jump back from me. You are way too crystalline for that. And I'm just gonna kite these guys out with my bow. That way I don't have to fight the Hydra and the golems at the same time. Play smarter, not harder. Aw, come on, rude. Oh, that almost got me. And then I just walked away. Did the Hydra kill that first golem? No, I did. There's only very rare circumstances where enemies are allowed to damage each other. Which I think is a damn shame, because infighting in this game would be great. I probably should head to the bonfire upstairs, huh? Alright, it counts as physical. Come on, strike at me. Alright, one head's dead. I'm so glad it counts as physical. Oh, I'm just so glad. Ah. Don't go in for that second hit. That one was by accident. My hand shook. Come on. Oops. I missed. Twice. Alright, there goes another head. Ooh. I need to get on top of its back. Yes, the golems drop souls. They are animated by souls, in fact. That's how they work. Come on. Fight me. Ah, I'm messing this up. Oh, that one got me. Landed right on my head. There, I gotta use the faster attack. I wish the individual heads dropped souls. There we go. There goes another head. Oh, missed. Oh god, gotta scratch my back. No pause button. Damn it. I need to actually watch where we dropping. Oh, how did that miss? Come on. There we go. Another head gone. And another one bites the dust. Alright, come over here. Fight me now. Ah, need to get a little closer for that one. Go, almost done now. Which is the last head. How am I supposed to get out to you without dying? I'm gonna have to get it to attack on the right side, I think. Otherwise the head's gonna be too far out at sea. Oh hey, regular night stuff. One problem is that it's very hard to see where the lake abruptly goes from knee-deep to instant death. So I'm trying to be careful here. just poison it. It's not cooperating. Actually, don't know if it can be poisoned. I guess now's as good a time to find out as ever. So I'd say it doesn't look like it. Aw, thanks. Look at that, it's finally attacking in the right spot. There we go. And we get a dragon scale and the Dusk Crown Ring. What did the Dusk Crown Ring do? Grants extra magic cast but halves HP. No thanks. That's not my build. That's not my build, bud. I should really do a reshade on this so I can see the water better. Because it is just very easy to accidentally step into the bottomless pit. Alright, there's a ladder. What's-her-face from Oolacile is around the corner, right? Like in a place where you would never ever look if you didn't have a guide? Oh, it's so fucking hard to see. I'm gonna check up the ladder first. You know, I thought I was gonna come on here and just talk about identity and how things look from an intersex point of view when it comes to stuff like The Legend of Zelda and people seeking representation in Breath of the Wild that is not only not there, but it is in fact shitty and insulting. But no, I've just been having fun kind of lightheartedly making fun of this game. Now don't get me wrong, Dark Souls 3 has something almost as shitty. Dark Souls 1 generally avoids it. There's not really, for one, there's not really romance in Dark Souls 1. Oh, that's weird. That's what happens when you up the draw distance without compensating, huh? Alright, let's go see what's-her-face from Oolacile. In any case, I am not continuing my Breath of the Wild playthrough on stream. I may not continue it whatsoever. I was told very specifically by players that, the Gerudo were portrayed as gay. They are not. They are portrayed as incredibly heteronormative, To the point that the Bechdel test is rolling over in its grave. I was told that there was trans representation, which there really isn't. There's some mildly transphobic, quote-unquote, representation on the way to see the Gerudos. And one of the big things that people were very excitable about was how if Link changes clothes in front of the Gerudo, they'll instantly switch pronouns. But that's simply how the game works mechanically rather than anything intentional. And that sucks. She's not here. Do I need to do something? Is she was she the invisible one? So I don't remember how to tell where she is. But she's not here right now, unless she's invisible. Don't know why I'm still holding down the shield button. Is she in this cubby back here? Trying to make sure I don't fall down any bottomless pits. Huh, what do I have to do to trigger her appearance? Maybe I have to have not killed Griggs. That'd suck. Well, we did kill the Hydra, and we did get Havel's ring. Those are important. Oh, a lot of people told me the Gerudo were gay, which makes the whole thing really weird. Instead, all any of the Gerudo talk about is how important it is that they find a man, that they find their soulmate. And frankly, I found the whole thing really disconcerting. There's also the fact that while the game, generally speaking, is very good and very fun, it randomly switches up its gameplay to stuff that's not very fun. Alright, well, she's not here. So I'm guessing I have to come back after I've done some other mysterious thing. Do I have to kill Sif first? But therein lies the trouble, is that we have to look for representation in problematic places. That's not on us. That's on a society that's failed us. There's only one, and I've said this before, but there is only one intersex character in all of popular media who is not just played as a joke. And she is in a thing where they will never actually come out and say she's intersex, despite how heavily coded that way she is. I guess I'm back at the Watchtower. This opens a shortcut, right? I need to go this way to open a shortcut. There we are. Crushed. Well, now we're just back at the Undead Burg. And this is where the Black Knight was, that we murdered right at the start. That's what I call my practice Black Knight. I'm annoyed that Dusk of Oolacile wasn't there. I have no idea what's going to trigger her to appear. Ah well. To the depths it is, I suppose. Which I think I can get there pretty easily this way. Just have to climb them ladders. Maybe we'll end up fighting Sif on the way by accident. I would describe this game Wait, did they already respawn? Holy shit. I would describe this game in the same way that I would describe from many of FromSoft's earlier games, and that is charming. One of these directions leads to the depths, and I have no fucking clue which one it is. This is downwards. Oh hey, look at that. Look who it is. I found a knight. Ow, rude. Just trying to scoot around him. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, he's not gonna get back up after that. I got the feeling that Gerudo's aggressive heteronormativity was an overreaction to the need to compete with Hylian women for mates, spurred by tremendous social pressure to perpetuate their civilization, which I thought was sad. I think that you're thinking more about it than the people who wrote it did. Is this it? Aha! There's a bonfire here. Finally! Oh yeah, which is stronger? The Elite Knight's armor or the regular Knight's armor? You never know. The Elite Knight helm is slightly stronger, but also slightly heavier. Oh, I guess I need to put on some humanities and kindle this bonfire. Not that you can tell I'm hollow anymore. I'm the cover art character. Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 3's cover art is great. Every time I saw it for years, I thought it was a guy giving the thumbs up. But it's actually supposed to be this character looking sadly down at their hand as they let ash fall through their fingers. But it totally looks like he's given the rad thumbs up. Can I do a third swing yet? No, not even close. Need to raise my HP a bit, I think. Same time, I want to raise my strength. So does this lead into Blighttown? That's the question. Or does this lead into fucking New Londo somehow? Oh, I know how to get Oolacile to appear. She's there as a summoning sign. That's mysterious. Like, if you go there hollowed, you just never know that anyone was there. Oh, hey, the Grass Crest shield. That's actually, like, my favorite wooden shield. It's got 95% physical resistance, and it increases stamina recovery. Yeah, let's use that for a little while. It says slightly, but it is a significant increase. Alright, well, I guess before we go see Oolacile, we should take a break. There we go. Look at how Dark Souls I am. Hopefully, Cox has fixed the things that were wrong. You know, right after I call them. Well, Annie called them. You gotta schedule a tech appointment, and then they'll fix things before sending the tech. That way, they can send out a tech and charge you for it. Under this command in the chat, you will find all kinds of ways you can help the current civil rights movement that is happening as we speak. Protests are still ongoing and will continue. Because just getting one racist old white man out of the White House and putting another one in does not magically end racism. Ways that you can help that we have listed here, and do your own research if you want to find others, are the Bail Fund Network, which will help keep protesters out of jail. The Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help black, trans, and non-binary people with food and supplies and to travel out of dangerous situations. And we have the Black Hills Legal Fund to help the Lakota Sioux take back their ancestral land. The Six Grandfathers, which white people stole, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then carved some old white guy's faces into it. Here under the second command, we have all sorts of current campaigns. Christy keeps this updated. If you have anything that belongs here, then please get in touch with her. Down at the bottom, you can see the Racism in Policing correspondence course. It's an email correspondence course. It doesn't cost you anything. You just put in your email, and they will send you an email each week for 4 weeks, detailing the corruption and the racism inherent to the police force, why they're here, and why that reason isn't the one that they say that they're here for. And up at the top, also very current, is relief for Hurricane Ida. Because New Orleans is underwater. Was underwater? I'm not sure if it's dried out yet. But New Orleans is fucking leveled for the third time in recent memory. Please click on these links. There's campaigns, there's petitions, there's fundraisers. And of course, you can always do your own research on your own search engine of choice as well. If you have money to give, please give money. If you have time to volunteer, then please give your time. If you can go to a protest, then protest. But do something. Even if it's something as seemingly small as signing a petition. Every little bit makes a difference. Black lives matter. The lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And we need to keep pushing this until the people at the top not only understand and acknowledge it, but work to make it a protected truth. This is all of our fight. To make the world a better place for everyone, not just pasty motherfuckers. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We have no stance on you blocking our ads. See you soon. Alright, so I did a quick check. And not only does Dusk not appear if you're, or Dusk, the thing that triggers Dusk does not appear if you're hollow, but also you have to quit and reload your game for it to appear, because this game makes no goddamn sense half the time. So, since we've just saved at the bonfire, quit game, continue. You know, this is so much more peaceful than the last time I tried to stream Dark Souls games. I like that these games don't attract a shitty audience anymore. So it's recommended, of course, that in order to do this next fight, one should have what's an item called the Rusted Iron Ring, which I believe we get in the depths. if I'm not mistaken. But fuck that. I don't need no rusted iron ring. How did you miss? Your attack directly hit me. Oops, I bonked a rock by accident. There we go. Now these guys are not much of a problem to fight 2 or 3 at a time. Another shitweed got in here and was banned before I got to them. Yeah, Twitch sure is trying for a moment. I give them a month before they stop caring again. Well, stop pretending to care. Because they don't actually care right now. Ow! I should have rolled. That's fine. So anyway, now we're gonna fight a palette swap of those guys. Oh yeah, this game doesn't have wet cloth texture, does it? Huh. That's odd. I guess 2011, that's a little early to be asking for wet cloth texture. There you are. There you are. Now let's see if I can fight this guy without the rusted iron ring. Place your bets. First of all, we're not gonna fight him where he wants to fight. Probably immune to poison, right? Rude. Don't jump out of the way of my attacks. Only I may jump out of the way of attacks. Ah. That was pretty tough.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Oolacile. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Oolacile, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Yes.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased
You need to be more specific, but sure.
Engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Okay, bye. Only, you know, on purpose this time. Oh, I thought she was just gigantic. It was just a low-angle shot. Yeah, sorry about that. The giant woman is later in the painted world. Let's see. I guess Blighttown is the next logical step. The shortcut to the Valley of the Drakes is up this ladder. God, I wish they hadn't locked away fast travel behind completing 2/3 of the game. That's one of the things that they really should have fixed in the remaster. Just had fast travel unlocked from the start. Alright, we're back up to Darkroot Garden. So that's good. Oh, this part of Darkroot Garden is the higher level part. This is where Sif is. So this is maybe not the best place to be. I can tell it's the higher level part. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Because things aren't dying in one hit. Maybe I should actually call it here, simply because it's going to take forever to get back to where I need to be. There's not an easy way down. I mean, there is, but it's a long way down. Can't stop sliding once you start sliding. The Dark Soul starts sliding and she don't stop sliding. The hollow ragdolls go skittering sliding. I guess we can cut through the berg. Not like we have to fight Havel or anything. Aha! Sneaking. I'm stealthy. Look at all my stealth. And my feet aren't even blue. Wait. Did I take that ring off? Wait, why are my feet not blue? Holy shit. My blue feet. They're gone. And yet still. Still I make no sound. Why, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, hi. Just gonna throw fire at me, huh? Well, I'm gonna stab you. Now we're even. I wish I could self-damage with those like I can. That would just be funny. Thank you, Andy. That's, they're getting bold now, huh? You missed the Moonlight Butterfly and Havel the Rock. I think those are the most exciting things that have happened. The Hydra was kind of boring. And the Capra Demon I still hold is just not very interesting in that particular fight, except in its design. It's a super cool enemy. So we have the key to the depths. We've got to head back through the sewers. Also, I'm stealthy, as you can see by my outfit. And my weapon. Who says ninjas can't wear plate armor? Like a thief in the night, or a cat. Sexy cat. Meow. Thank you, Andy. Alright, so since we're going to the depths, I should probably take some curse breakers, right? But they cost so much. So instead, what I'm gonna do is buy more poison arrows. That ought to hold me over.
Much obliged, I think.
She's my favorite character. My favorite character in the series, well, two of my favorite characters in the series are in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has a little bit more magic to it. It's a bit more high fantasy than the low fantasy of Dark Souls 1 and 3. Dark Souls 1 has Crow Wife, who most people call Crow Mom. Ah, here we are, the depths. This isn't Blighttown, like I was thinking, but it sure is the depths. Oh, nice hit. Let me show you how to improve on that. The cat is my second favorite Dark Souls 2 character. My third favorite is probably the Laddersmith, who is absolutely not selling ladders. He's not selling ladders, he just needs a small donation. He'd totally build the ladders anyway, but he won't. Hey bud, are you swinging a torch at me? Don't appreciate it. Get out of here. Just kick him down the hole. Oh, God. What an asshole. So the depths here, which was at one point, it appears, used as some sort of barracks. Or maybe a chain restaurant. You know, a little fast casual. Is one of the more confusing to navigate areas in the game. You wanna go up in order? I'm a little nervous. Must be my social anxiety. Oh, look at that. It only took 2 arrows. Now he's poisoned. Now you cut that out. Have I mentioned that the Zweihander's strong attack is a little overpowered? Ooh, I got a sack! Hey everyone. Hey everyone, check this out. Aw, yeah. So that's the sack. I don't want to put on the regular Knight's helm with the Elite Knight's armor just so I can see my smirk. The sack is a helmet, yes. Now, I am going to point something out before we get to any mimics. You can differentiate a mimic from any other chest automatically in Dark Souls 1 and 3 by the chain. The chain on a regular chest curls around like that, while it forms more of a S-like squiggle on a mimic. Alright, there's another ember. This ember, I believe, is what allows me to level the Zweihander to plus 10 or 15? High up there, anyway. Now, Laurentius is in this area somewhere, and I don't fucking remember where. Ow, rude. Enough is enough. I am sick and tired of these goddamn zombies in this motherfucking sewer. I feel like there's another butcher here, and maybe later though. I know there's at least one more butcher though.
You. Yes, you. Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
Alright, let me get out my fire bombs real quick. And yes, you can absolutely just fucking murder him by throwing a firebomb at him.
Thank you. I would have been a supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly. I am Laurentius, or the Great Spawn. I will not forget what I did to you. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
And he's our first pyromancy trainer, and the one who comes back to the camp with us. Unlike Griggs, I will not accidentally kill him, probably. Oh, hi! I knew you were around here somewhere. Oh, what's that? You're right-handed? I can just circle around you counterclockwise and you can't hit me? Huh, what a shame. This is the true staple of a Dark Souls game, by the way. Just having random objects that you can roll through and make explode everywhere. Oh, you're not gonna get me that easily, slime. Oh, I remember you. Oh, I remember you. Come on. There we go. That's a good example of what I mean when I say that Dark Souls is a lot of trial and error gameplay. I wonder who these tiny doors are for. Do you think tiny people lived here? I guess they did, didn't they? Like, that's actually canon. Ow, rude. And now we slowly make our way through the slimes. Whoops, didn't mean to jump attack, but I'll take it. It's very easy to accidentally jump attack, just like it's very easy to accidentally kick. Mostly because both of those are the exact same button combination. Just one's, well, not the exact same. I was about to say they're the same, except for one of the buttons is different. But they're both forward and one of the attack buttons. I don't know who Johnny Ace is. Is that a Half-Life character? And does he have fire for a hand? Oh, right. The depths is where we eventually wind up fighting the gaping dragon. One of the coolest designs in the game. He was a wrestler, now he's a WWE exec, John Laurentis. Huh. Does not open from this side. I'm assuming he had fire powers, just like this Laurentis. After all, what's the point in having a name if you don't have superpowers? Hey, it's a great axe. It's like a great sword, but not quite as great. Thank you, Bad Road. God, I don't remember where I'm going down here. This is gonna be hellish. Ah! Oh no, I'm poisoned. I better fix that. Legitimately forgot that this is before Blighttown. I think you can go to Blighttown through that other way too. But this does eventually lead there. Sewer chamber key. Well, that's important. Now I can open the sewer chamber. Way more fog gates than I remember. Alright, giant rats and also wizards. Oh, I got them both. Good. Ooh. Now you cut that out. And you too. I don't need that kind of shit. At this point, I'm mostly wandering. The only things I absolutely need to worry about are the embers. That rats and dogs hollow. I just really legitimately think that's strange. You know, I can see that hole you just ran over. And I don't think that's very fair. Can't hear me. Oh, here's giant rat. This one doesn't respawn, I don't think. No, it just moves really fast. Alright, I see how it is. One thing to remember is you cannot hurt enemies through walls, but enemies can absolutely hit you through walls. Ow. If your sword even clips off of a wall a little bit, it can completely wreck the entire rest of your swing. Hey, thank you for 200 gay bits, Andy. You know, I think that this bit is actually from Resident Evil. Probably gonna bone out in a second. Handle the rest of this later. Because fuck these guys. No, get out of the smoke. The great thing about them is how, after they get you with the smoke, you die instantly. And then you revive with half your max HP gone. In later games, they kill you instantly. but they don't completely wreck you. Fuck. Well, Kirk's gonna kill me. He's doing what we refer to as pulling a Capra Demon. Which is going just about as well for him. Good night, Dark Spirit Knight Kirk. What, me worry? You know, like Mad Magazine? Remember Mad Magazine? Oh no. I am too large to fit. So if we hadn't killed that wizard earlier, he's a huge pain in the ass and just shoots across the room at you. There may still be one that I missed, because I thought there was two. Who's that? That's Solaire. And that is the shithead. Heavy crossbow. So I know there's a bonfire that we can reach fairly easily here, which is what we're gonna do. We'll save the gaping dragon for next time. We'll CW that one. A little bit of dragon body horror. But I thought that there was a... No, the bonfire isn't here. It's upstairs in the other direction. This is Domnall.
A peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them. I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
He sells gold pine resin and crystal items. You don't want to fuck with crystal items. Crystal items break very, very quickly. On the other hand, Domhnall does have really cool armor that I cannot afford.
Well, that is a shame, but no matter. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us. Someday. Sometime.
Yeah, what Christy said. Imagine if ribs were teeth. There we go. Now, one of these directions has a damn thingy in it. I may come back through here offline. Here it is. This is the one that needs a sewer chamber key. Alright. And there's our bonfire. I may come back through here because I think I have to go down to the bottom floor for the large ember. Everybody's friend, large ember. Now let's level up. Could just, you know, dump everything into resistance. Wouldn't that be fun? Or I can, you know, strength. Or endurance. Look at that. Look at that shit. Over 100. For now, let's go with strength. I don't think I get diminishing returns on strength with the zweihander till like 40. So we can just continue dumping into that for a while. Alright, we'll be back to this another time. Either next week or some night of the week. It's depending on how I'm feeling. Thank you everyone for joining us. Our GoFundMe is still there. A lot more has gone wrong. We need your help now more than ever, and I mean that very seriously. So please spread that around and give what you're able. For those who don't know the details, our car broke down, which obviously when you need to get to work and you need to get to the hospital, that's a very, very bad thing to have happen. And that's going to be a further $1,700. So we're trying to figure that out. And if you can help, we would greatly appreciate it. We've got a schedule over here at schedule.shark.community. Assuming the internet keeps working, as it has tonight, because of course it has, because we called it in last night, and they're gonna try and send a tech out tomorrow when it's already working. Tomorrow, Alice will be playing Legend of Mana. Friday will be Katie with Silent Hill 4. Saturday, someone on the Xenon Fiber channel will be playing Earthbound. Sunday is our wildcard stream. Monday, Andy will be playing Ender Lilies, starting at 6 p.m. on his channel, Andymonium. And then Christy and Alice back here will hopefully finish up Mother Gunship. Tuesday, Annie will be starting something new. Wednesday, starting at 7 p.m. Central, Bad Road on the channel. Bad Road will be playing Blood Omen 2. And I will almost certainly be playing more Dark Souls. Because this, as I've said, this game is it's very nice and relaxing and silly. Plus, I really like how everyone sounds like they're on a bit too much Xanax. Over here on our YouTube channel, we have VODs that go back many years. All the way back to the age of the dinosaurs. Before humans existed, we were streaming. So check those out if you need something to binge, perhaps. Alright, thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Sue, I hate video games. Give my regards to the next frog you meet.